Okay, look, I actually did want to do something completely unrelated this week, but enough people asked if I had a hypothetical sequel idea as well that I actually wound up, having hypothetical sequel ideas. So, what the hell, let's do that. And then something else next week, for real this time. Okay, so since this was all just a thought experiment anyway, fair warning by the way, the original imaginary pitch was something I've been thinking about for like 3 years, whereas this is like a week old, so might want to lower those expectations starting now. My sequel thoughts in general never extended much beyond, obviously you have to do Doctor Doom. But thinking on it further from all that lovely feedback, where my mind eventually landed was that if I was going to expand the pitch into a full-on franchise where the first entry, partly by necessity, was an origin story where the nominal central character was Mr. Fantastic, the logical follow-up would be 3 successive sequels, for a total of, for no particular reason, 4, wherein the other 3 members took turns at the center of the storyline. So, sequel number 1. Doctor Doom is your bad guy and plot driver, but your main character is the Human Torch. Yes, I know Doom is seen as more of a Reed-centric villain. Hear me out on this shit. Scenario, my Doctor Doom would be pretty much exactly like the comics. You don't need to change anything. He's a Romani orphan who gets into mad science and black magic to take over Latveria because he wants revenge. He was Reed's roommate in college and he hates him for a disfiguring accident that was actually his own fault. Look, if you don't know Doctor Doom's origin story, Google it because we're moving on. And yes, the time displacement aspect of the storyline would mean that this Doctor Doom is also close to 100 years old in this continuity, so in this version, that's what the big crazy suit of armor is for. Oh, and you don't need to find a big name star to play him. He never takes off the mask, we never see his face, you just get a big ass guy who does good pantomime, put him in the suit, and get someone with an awesome voice to do the dialogue because there's some pretty damn good precedent for that working out. In any case, Doom has been ruling Latveria as a brutal isolationist dictatorship a la North Korea but in Europe, but has kept a strategic distance from the rest of the world until now because Reed Richards is back, so he decides to fuck with him in some yet-to-be-determined way that demonstrates his terrifying power but also seriously injures Sue Storm. Or maybe the Thing, if you don't want to do the kick the girl to goad the male hero trope, it really works with either of them. This pisses off Johnny Storm, who wants to go kick his ass. Reed and the US government are all, no, we can't cause an international incident, but Johnny is a hothead and he goes there anyway and he gets in over his head with like resistance fighters or a Latverian civil war and hostile neighboring countries. Look, bottom line, the others have to figure out how to sneak over there and retrieve his ass, and in the meantime he learns a valuable lesson about selfish versus unselfish use of his powers, and we still get some good Reed versus Doom banter and then a big Doom versus everyone finale. Doom is defeated but lives on to appear in as many fucking other Marvel movies as you can possibly put him in because hey, there's another reason not to cast a big name actor with limited availability. In any case, there's your Johnny movie, 1 down, 2 to go. Sequel number 2, this is your Invisible Woman movie. Yes, you could do the Thing-centric sequel immediately as well, but you know the Thing is going to be the most popular character for the duration of the series, so there's no reason not to save him, plus you avoid the bad press of making people wait on the story centered around your one female main character. But, what story do you possibly do for Sue? What storyline could you conceivably build around Susan Storm, or Susan Richards by this point possibly, that would place her at the center of the main adventure, initially challenge but then reinforce her place with the team/family, particularly her relationship with her husband, while also taking the action to a new inciting location, preferably featuring iconic Fantastic Four nemesis as the main antagonists, and, since this is a Marvel movie after all, potentially set up a new character or characters for a franchise of their own. What to do? Wow, this is a tough one, huh? Oh wait, no, it's not tough at all. You do the Submariner. Yes, from the studio that brought you, oh, there's a female gaze too, comes Namor, the ecologically minded exotic bad boy anti-hero whose sole physical qualifier for casting is convincingly rocking a bright green banana hammock. Yeah, you do the Namor would-be love triangle movie, preferably in updated form without the explicit kidnapping and imprisonment business, because I kind of think Disney has probably used up their free pass on that one. Plus, the Marvel movies haven't really done a pseudo-steamy, grown-up romance relationship storyline outside of Tony and Pepper, so yeah, it's probably about time for another one of those. Plus, locking Reed and Sue into the serious grown-up relationship side of the story means Torch and Thing, aka the characters the kids will love, can take full ownership of the action scenes, fighting like sharks and giant lobsters, and I don't know, there's all kinds of shit Namor can throw at him. And there's your Invisible Woman movie. Sequel number 3, okay, this is movie 4 of 4. It's probably been close to a decade at this point, so it's time to bring it all home with the Thing-centric movie. And this one is almost as easy a call to make as the Sue movie. The Thing's thing is always and forever that he's sad that he looks like a monster and he isn't accepted by the world and he likes to punch things, so your go-to villain here pretty much has to be the original Fantastic Four nemesis, the Mole Man. Because his whole thing is also running away from the surface world because he feels ugly and unloved, but when he does it, it also involves ruling a subterranean kingdom full of giant monsters. And if you're gonna end on a Thing story, you want it to be a Thing story where there's endless waves of giant Kirby-esque monsters for him to punch the shit out of. Because that will be awesome. Oh, and maybe have the Mole Man, like, initially take control of the Thing and turn him against the rest of the team for a little while, so when they go down to the underworld to get him back, they have to bring along their buddy, the Incredible Hulk, to even up the odds, and then we finally get that fight scene that you've made everyone wait for. I mean, come on, Thing versus Hulk, that is a moment to end a franchise on. And so there you go, a 4-movie series where all 4 main characters get a movie with their chance at the nominal leading role while still within an ensemble. I guess that wraps things up. See you next. Yeah, okay, alright. What about Galactus? Look, here's the thing about Galactus. I know Galactus and the Silver Surfer debuted as Fantastic Four enemies, but really, a villain who's literally called the Eater of Worlds is a villain who should be used as the central antagonist of one of the universe-wide crossover movies, not only opposed by one team. That's just kind of weird. Now, it should be a crossover that involves the Fantastic Four, like maybe this will be the 5th or 6th Avengers movie where they meet the Fantastic Four, and maybe the Guardians or whoever else is involved, and just bring it out regardless of where the Fantastic Four movies are in their sequel run. It'll be cool. I mean, shit, if we're still pretending that I'm in charge of this, I'd introduce Galactus as a threat in one of the outer space movies, like maybe Guardians if that's still going on, maybe something else if not, where they meet Norrin Radd as a supporting character, he sacrifices himself at the end and becomes the Silver Surfer, and then you pick up the aforementioned crossover movie with Silver Surfer and Galactus already established and heading on their way to Earth. That way all the origin stuff is taken care of, we've gotten a big crazy space Galactus movie, and you can jump right into the big giant head guy sitting in the middle of New York fighting all the superheroes. There you go. That's at least a decade's worth of fake movie pitches. Marvel, do it better than me. Audience, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, support the Movie Bob Patreon. I'm gonna go lie down. Maybe we'll do one of these again later for Spider-Man, i.e. how would I have fixed it if it was up to me, but not this week. Next week, something different. Hey gang, here's a question that keeps coming up. If your handle is Movie Bob, where are your movie reviews? Well, my old reviews are in a lot of places. You'll find many of them on my YouTube channel, but you'll find the brand new ones on Geek.com, an awesome site that's also your one-stop news source for science, TV, gaming, technology, nerd culture, the works. You can find all my reviews directly by going to geek.com/author/bchipman, because that's my real name, and you can get regular updates on all my reviews and all of Geek.com's other great content by signing up for their kick-ass newsletter at subscribe.geek.com. And don't forget to also subscribe to the Geek.com YouTube channel, where you'll find the videos that accompany my reviews and tons of other great content too. Remember, that's Geek.com, the Geek.com newsletter, and Geek.com on YouTube. Make sure you don't miss out on all the latest Movie Bob reviews. You can also check out my own new website, Movie Bob Central, where you'll find my blog, links to all my work, and shop for my books, ebooks, and future Movie Bob products. And please remember to like these videos, share them with all of your friends, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching another Movie Bob production.